Paul McCartney composed many of the Beatles' most beloved songs, yet there is one track he long hesitated to perform live. Now 83, McCartney famously formed a legendary songwriting partnership with John Lennon during their years as part of the Fab Four. That collaboration came to an end when the band broke up in 1970. In the aftermath, nearly a decade passed before McCartney performed a Beatles song in front of a live audience again. By the time he embarked on his first American tour with Wings, McCartney had softened his previous stance on avoiding Beatles material and began adding some of the classics to his set lists. However, one track he initially refused to include was Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. He once explained to the New York Times that, in the early days, he would only perform songs where he had been the lead vocalist. While that was still largely the case, he had eventually begun to incorporate tracks such as A Hard Day's Night, which had primarily featured Lennon's vocals, but for which he had contributed to the writing. Regarding Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, McCartney admitted that after the Beatles' breakup, he avoided the song because it was technically challenging to both play the intricate bass line and sing the melody at the same time. He described the melody as contrapuntal to the bass part, making it extremely demanding in a live setting. Eventually, he decided to push himself to attempt it, convincing himself to at least try. McCartney lightheartedly remarked that he had manned up and mastered the performance. When deciding whether to include a Beatles track in his set list, he said it ultimately came down to whether the song worked well in a live show. 2 summers ago, during a concert at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, he finally added Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite to his performance lineup. On that night, the song appeared between Fun You and another Beatles classic, Something. Over the years, McCartney has played countless concerts, both as a solo artist and with Wings. As for the Beatles, their last scheduled concert took place on August 29, 1966, at San Francisco's Candlestick Park. They stopped touring altogether that year, but reunited for an impromptu rooftop performance at the Apple Corps headquarters in London on January 30, 1969, a moment that marked the final time the band ever played live together.